So guys, we have our first guest today who is Tamanna Psychic, and she is a wonderful tarot card expert. She is a wonderful psychic reader, clairvoyant, and she also does Akashic reading. So we're going to ask her everything today about Akashic reading, spirituality, meditation, and a lot more. If you have any questions, please put your questions in the comments section. So Tamanna, thank you so much for doing this again. And I
Not at
really want
all.
to start my first question with asking you that what exactly is the concept of being a psychic, and does it have to be a gifted uh, talent or a gift? It has to be gifted by nature, or you can develop it also.
Sure. So to begin with, every healing modality has a certain source of energy, Prachi. So to name few modalities, when we work with the healing of Reiki, Reiki primarily depends on the chakras of your body, and you're strengthening the chakras of your body. The healer needs to strengthen their chakras of the body before they start healing other people. So it's the chakras of your body that actually become the source of your energy. When we are working with crystals, you're using the energies of the crystals in order to bring about a healing mechanism. When we are working with pranic healing, you're using your pranas, which is your breath work, in order to generate that energy with what you can heal or read people. In psychic healing, you're basically using the energy of your soul. Psyche in Greek means soul. So that's where the term psychologist, psychiatrist, it all comes from. But psychologists and psychiatrists deal with different realms of your psyche. So when we talk about psychic healing or a psychic healer, they use the energy of their soul in order to tap into the energy of the other person's soul, and they're reading their soul imprint. So that's what that's what a psychic healer does, or that's what psychic healing is. And to
Okay.
answer the question of is it supposed to be a gift or can anyone develop it? For most of the people, it's a gift, but in order to develop it, one really needs years, and I won't even say years, decades and decades of practice, discipline in order to tap into that soul power to develop that. It just doesn't happen by doing few courses here and there. Everyone's got an intuition, but just because you're intuitive does not make one a psychic. It's like every
Right.
every car has an engine, right? Every car has a gearbox. Every car has certain features, but that just because you have a gearbox or just because you have an engine doesn't make every car a Bentley or a Rolls Royce. So a lot
Right.
of people feel that, oh, just because we are intuitive, they call themselves psychics. But the entire realm of a psychic healing and what the energy that a psychic can cover, not everyone can pick them up. Again, people can develop it, but then, like I said, it takes years and years and years of practice to kind of
Mhm.
reach that level.
We're so glad we have you as a gift for our life,
Take it.
and we can anytime connect to you. So, anyone here who wants to get their readings done related to Akashic reading or related to tarot, please connect and follow Tamanna Psychic. And so, you spoke about intuitions. I
That's
really want to know what exactly is intuition.
true.
And a lot of times in our everyday life, we do not believe our intuitions. Even when we get a strong gut feeling, we do not believe it. So,
Sure.
what exactly is intuition, and how do we always try to be the best in believing in it?
Sure. So intuition is primarily nothing but the voice or the seed of your soul. Now, before we are born, every soul is planning or charting their life plan, right? So in the course of life, when we come on earth as human form, the human psyche or the human brain forgets what we are here for. And it's the soul that keeps reminding us, guiding us, protecting us in terms of what we should do, what we shouldn't do, what is good for us, what is not good for us. Don't do this, to keep us on the karmic track so that it keeps reminding us the purpose why we are here, and people who are good for us, people who are not good for us, people where a soul or we will benefit, people where we or situations where we will not benefit. So that voice of the soul or the seed soul is what our intuition is, and we all have that. But because of the logical mind, because of projection, judgment, society belief systems, our own rational mind, our own fears, our own insecurities, we land up suppressing or we land up dismissing that intuition. So
Okay.
intuition is nothing but the GPS of our life, but because our brain keeps interfering with the disembodied voice, we'll end up dismissing it.
Oh, lovely. Well, there was a question here. Does Pitrudosh really exist? And what are we supposed to do in that phase?
So Pitrudosh comes more under the realm of astrology, and 9 out of 10 people have Pitradosh or Kalpsarpadosh. So these doshas are very, very common. It's like every 3 out of 10 people are Manglik. So that's
Okay.
got nothing to do with the that's got nothing to do with your own karma. That's more to do with the planetary positions of when you were born and the positioning of the planets, the sun, moon, so on and so forth. So that comes under astrology. And yes, Pitradosh does exist. I will not dismiss it. It's a belief and it's a science that does exist. I have done pujas for Kalpsarpadosh, Pitradosh. So I will, if my clients tell me that, oh, we someone said to get this puja done, I'm like, you know what, it's bare minimum, right? You might as well get it done. But
Right.
does it really alter? So Pitra Dosh is there to heal the blocks and obstacles energetically that maybe some ancestors of us have done, and maybe we are carrying that as our karmic burden to clear that, what we call breaking through our ancestral traumas. Okay. So one can actually have Pitradosh or Kalsarpadosh if on a soul level they have chosen to release, balance, or break through an ancestral trauma or an ancestral karmic pattern. But by doing all these pujas does not mean that you're going to start attracting everything in your life. So your karma will still remain your karma. It's just that you are clearing karmas of your ancestral energies that you on a deeper level have chosen to break through that pattern.
Wow, Lord. This is just amazing. I can ask you n number of questions and get so much information. I'm so glad our viewers are also joining. And all this information, I hope they keep on following you and keep watching your wonderful videos. So
Thank you.
I think, well, three, four times you said this word karma. So
Mhm.
what exactly is karma, to go very basic for anybody who doesn't know?
Karma, in the most simple ways, is a sum totality of your intention, your action, and your reaction. So that's as simple as I can break it down. So, people feel that, okay, karma is good or bad. I don't believe in that because we are no one to judge. So for example, if someone gets murdered in this lifetime, that murderer will be like, oh, has done some bad karma. But maybe in some other lifetime, that same person who got murdered may have raped the murderer, and in this lifetime, both of them have come together to balance a certain karma. So, who's to say what is right, what is wrong? We are no one to judge, and even God just does not judge karma. Karma can only be balanced, or karma can be completed. Okay, so
Okay.
karma is balance. I'll explain how. Say, Prachi, I take 10 rupees from you and I cheat you of 10 rupees. Okay, in my next lifetime, I will be like, you know what? I need to balance that karma where I stole money from Prachi.
Mm.
So, in order to balance that, not Prachi necessarily, but somebody else might rob me of 10 rupees. So when
Okay.
that cycle happens where I have experienced something that I've put the other person through, I am balancing that karma. So that's one type of karma. The second type of karma is completing the karma, where I've taken something from Prachi and in another lifetime, I am giving it back to Prachi. So that energy exchange between both of us is complete. That's another type of karma. So karma is not good or bad. Karma is all about balancing it or completing it. So either you have unbalanced karma or then you have incomplete karma.
Okay, so I know for the fact that you are an expert in karma coaching. In your classes, what exactly do you teach, or how do you resolve people's issues or problems or blockages by doing karma coaching?
So there are various things I can talk about in terms of karma coaching, but what my basic session is where I read Akashic records is primarily based on your energy. It's your full name and energy of the person, and I have this gift of downloading your karmic timing, and I try to break it
Wow.
down for the person. So in the reading, I will talk about who their spirit guides are. I will get messages from them. I will talk about their physical body, karmically, which is the sensitive body or where they might go through ailments. Then I talk about the karmic lessons they need to learn, what the soul needs to learn in order to break through from certain stuck patterns, certain virtues, certain strengths that they need to imbibe in their day-to-day life or in their relationships. Then I talk about career, finance, family की ये period में 2024 to 2026 के time period में what are your karmic highs and lows? So when your career is good, when your career is weak, when your family cycle is good, when your family cycle is weak, financial cycles, when are they positive, when are they negative? So it's more like a, high tide, low tide reading where I tell the clients that, what, your cycles are good, go all out, or your cycles are weak, it's time for you to hibernate from a certain area of your life. So I basically tell the clients कि अगले 2 साल में आपका karmic journey क्या है and what are the things you need to learn. So that's one thing I do. In my coaching, which is more one-on-one, I handhold my clients through their karmic lessons. What happens is in a 45-minute to a 1 hour psychic reading session or the karmic chart reading session, I can only tell them what their karmic, I can only show them the path. I cannot walk the path with them, you know.
Right.
And sometimes breaking through certain patterns, my clients do need that little bit of additional help or little bit of additional support, healing, where I handhold them. So that's when we get into a 6 session, 8 session, or a 10 session modality where I sit down with the clients and I work with their karmic traumas or the lessons that they need to learn. So that's where we introduce a lot of healing modalities, meditation modalities, journaling, and a lot of counseling work.
Oh, wonderful. So you have been talking about energy work and vibrations and frequency so many times. So what do we do in our everyday life to really vibe higher and keep our energy always like on a higher frequency? Or is it that we cannot do it by ourselves and we have to approach a healer only? Or we
No,
can do few
no,
things?
you can very well do it by yourself, but these are very basic techniques. But I think where people get lost is the consistency of it. So, like what I can, there are so many things you can do. So to begin with, when I can share my day-to-day life. So to begin with, my routine is before I get out of bed, the minute I open my eyes, or the minute my little daughter, she's 2 years old, she wakes up, I recite the Gayatri mantra. And I just affirm a prayer that Ma Saraswati, I ask you to sit on my tongue and make sure every word that I speak is nothing but the truth for the highest good of people around me, and make me choose impeccable words. So that's one prayer. Then I start my day with Hanuman Chalisa, because Hanuman Chalisa is one of the most strongest mantras after the Gayatri mantra, which helps you protect your aura. So it is more like a
Okay.
Suraksha Kavajan. Hanuman ji is known for, he's known as the protector. So I spend about good 15-20 minutes listening to a mix of all kinds of chant, or it could be Buddhist music, it could be Ganpati mantra, it could be Shiv mantra, it could be, like, I'm a Sikh, so it could be the Japji Sahib or any part from the Guru Granth Sahib. So I spend about good 15-20 days to half an hour just listening to sound. Okay.
Okay.
Then salt water bath. Salt has the ability to absorb your negative energy. Then doing the white light protection. So when you do the white light protection, which is very simple, where before you meet people or before you step out of the house, or if you're going for work or if you're going for a meeting, you visualize yourself in a ball of white light. You just close your eyes and put yourself in a bubble or a ball of white light. So that helps you protect energy. So the key word is, we are all very high vibrational frequencies, Prachi. The key word is to keep aside all the energies that will bring us down. So the key is not
Okay.
to keep jumping in frequency. The key is that we are already vibrating high, but in our day-to-day life, we interact or we pick up so many energies from other people that it completely pulls us down. So all
Okay.
these rituals, be it the mantra, be it the saltwater bath, be it the white light protection technique, be it breath works, there are so many different kind of breath works one can work with. that helps us eliminate all the lower vibrational frequencies. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Absolutely. I mean, every single word that you say absolutely makes sense because you are an expert, and I think every single woman or every single girl, or rather every single human being, should have one person like you or you in their life. That's it, I can say.
You're very kind. Thank you so much, Prachi. Very, very
Because,
kind. Thank you.
I think from school, colleges, we're not taught exactly how to live life and how important it is to vibrate higher and be the best person, best soul that you can be. So I'm so thankful that we have you work for years and years together so that our lives get better. So thank you so much to you.
My pleasure.
Okay, so my birth date is 11/11, and I've always thought, what does that angel number mean to me?
Mhm.
And maybe it's awakening, or maybe it's just being positive, or dealing with every single situation that I come across with a
Mhm.
nice new perspective. So, what are these angel numbers, and what exactly is the meaning of 11/11 for every single person who watches it out of nowhere?
Sure. So basically what happens is, so this phenomenon after 2012 has really increased. And of course,
Right.
without going into details, when the Mayan calendar had predicted the end of the world, they had not only predicted the end of the world, they had predicted the end of an era, which is the Kali Yuga. And it's also a rebirthing time for the cosmic consciousness or the earth consciousness. And after 2012, spirituality has come up in a very big way where we all have become extremely aware.
Right.
Now, like I said, we have masters, we have angels who are sending in a lot of help from the other side for us to awaken into this consciousness so that we enjoy a life of ease and grace. Hamara karam cannot be changed.
Hmm.
But by doing all these techniques, or by tapping into the other realm, or by following your intuition, or by connecting with angels or guides, or by looking deeper, we can invite in more ease and grace into our life. So, for most of them who've awakened, or for those it's time for their awakening, the universe will keep showing them repeated numbers, because only then they will start questioning, only then they will become aware. For any kind of virtue to take place, Prachi, it could be it forgiveness, it could be awareness, it could be being organized, it could be being trusting, it could be being balanced, it could be being communicative. It starts from the physical state. जो
Okay.
बोलते हैं ना शारीरिक state, from your human body
Right.
state. So even awareness does not start from the soul level. It starts from the physical level, where you start from your eyes noticing things, start logically identifying things. See, this is happening to me. Why is this happening to me? It is a repeated pattern. Maybe there's a message for me. Why am I attracting this?
Mhm.
And when your logical mind starts asking the questions, you start digging deeper. So I always feel that any kind of growth, be it towards a karmic lesson or be it towards awareness or spirituality, starts from the physical body and then sinks in deeper into the spiritual state or the soul state. So the reason why we see these repetitive angel numbers, it could be different combinations, is because the universe is trying to catch your attention so that you start noticing it, you become aware to it, and you start asking the right kind of questions, and you start connecting to the universe.
Oh, great. So, does it also have to do something with angels and archangels, spirit guides? And do they also give us signs? And does
Absolutely.
everyone?
So when I talk about the spiritual world, it covers all of the identities or entities rather you've mentioned. It talks about spirit guides, angels, archangels. Now, spirit guides are deceased family members who are helping us, or who are protecting or overlooking, um, you know, our life from the spiritual realm. Angels are basically never lived in human form. They are only in energy form in the angelic realm. And every soul or every person has minimum of two of their guardian angels. So spirit guides are different, guardian angels are different. Guardian angels have never come in incarnated human form. Spirit guides have. Archangels are master angels who are there around anyone and everyone who calls upon them. So
Okay.
it's more like your guardian angels are your personal angels and you do not share them. And archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael they're omnipresent. They can be around 10,000 people at the same time who invokes them and who calls upon them.
Oh, lovely. But then how do we understand who are our spirit guides? Like if I think of like will I get it in my dreams or should I just ask and that word will come to me or I'll get help or like how does one understand who are their spirit guides?
So it's quite difficult for a layman to understand that, Prachi, because again, the spiritual realm, the angelic realm, the spirit guides, the archangels, they're all vibrating at a very high frequency. And when I say
Okay.
high frequency, I'm not saying it could even be someone who's done a lot of bad things, and suppose they've passed away and they moved to the spiritual realm. It does not mean that they've developed a high frequency overnight. It just means that there's a major difference in the frequency that they're vibrating and you're vibrating, right?
Okay.
You are stuck in the human form at a certain frequency. They are without a body at a certain frequency. Now, in order to tune into signs, signals, messages, or the guidance that they give, you need to start vibrating at that frequency. And that is
Okay.
why it is so important for us to keep our vibrational frequency so clean and so uplifted all the time so that we get the most amount of help from our guides or guardian angels.
This
You know, it's
all
it's
is so
it's
informative.
it's not mobile, right? When you're in a good network area, like right now, you and me are connected to Wi-Fi, so the Instagram live is going to be seamless. You can hear
Right.
every word I say. I can hear every word you say. But if one of us have a weak connection or a broken connection or a weak Wi-Fi, we will be cracking up. I will not understand what you're saying, and you will not understand what I'm saying,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So, in order to answer your question, yes, we can identify who our spirit guides are, but it takes years and years, like I said, to build that. Or then sometimes even they mark their presence around you. You may dream of them, or you may, feel their presence around you. But then one needs to be able to embrace that knowledge, embrace that, accept that presence rather than constantly questioning it.
Okay.
People have this ability that they may get a lot of guidance or intuition or help, but they'll end up blocking it or they tend to dismiss it because of their logical mind.
Okay. Right. So, do they help us manifest things in our life or our life purpose? Like what?
They guide us to achieve it. They are not going to come and bring it and keep it on a lap. Like I
Okay.
said, spirit guides, angels cannot alter your karma unless and until it's a life altering or a death situation. Okay? Only
Okay.
then they will intervene without you asking them. But in your day-to-day life, you need to invoke their guidance. You need to ask for help. You need to ask for signs. You need to ask for their intervention. That's the thumb rule that the spiritual world works with, that they will only and only intervene when we give them the permission or when we ask for help. वो
Okay.
जबरदस्ती का intervene नहीं करेंगे, because on human form we all have a choices of free will.
So with that word actually Zabardasti, I have come across so many people for years together manifesting and just running behind manifesting and wishes and dreams and everything, making a vision board, manifestation board. So what exactly, this is our last question. And what exactly is manifestation? And do we really manifest things or we see things and it's a placebo effect? And you go through towards that path, which is a karmic path, or what we're supposed to do in life, which is our life purpose. And do we really manifest it by ourselves, or is it like it's a placebo effect that we know what we are going to do and we just manifest it by running behind it and fulfilling our dreams? So, what exactly is manifestation?
Manifestation is nothing but converting something that is energetically meant to come to you in physical form that you're aware of. That's all
Okay.
manifestation is. And by sitting and making vision boards and by doing all of these things, chalo, even if what you've written on your vision board or what you've drawn or placed on your vision board comes true, it may not be the best situation or the best thing for you. Number
Okay.
one. Number two, Elon Musk, Ambani, Bill Gates, Shah Rukh Khan, they sit and waste all their energy just
Yeah.
sitting and managing, or do they go out and work their ass off to get all that they've accomplished? You
Right.
know,
True.
today
Yeah.
I can be sitting and manifesting, oh, I love Shah Rukh Khan, I want to marry him, I want to marry him, I want to marry him. And I mean, think about it, right? If that was the
Yeah.
case, no one would ever go to work. Everyone would be sitting at home and just manifesting.
True.
There would be
True.
temples, there would be manifestation temples made then.
True. True.
I'm not
True.
saying it doesn't work. Manifestation works wonders, but making sure that you're manifesting what is already in your karmic chart. So
Okay.
if you want to get married and you want to manifest the partner because yes, we all are meant to be with someone. But then don't be fixated on, no, but I only want to marry this particular person and I'm going to manifest him. Because that particular person may not be a part of your karmic chart. And what will happen is when you get married to that person, it will fail because you will not be
Okay.
happy. Because the universe will give you what you don't want, but it will make you so unhappy that you will not want it anymore.
Okay. So even if they manifest a particular partner or a particular project, still if it is not in our charts, is it that
You
we
will get
don't
it,
get
it will
it?
not make you happy and you'll lose it again.
Oh, okay, okay, nice. This is just so wonderful, and I wish I do Akashic readings with you very soon. And thank you so much for doing this live and giving me this wonderful time and a
Not
wonderful
at all.
memory
I
for
love the
lifetime.
questions you've asked me, and it's been a pleasure talking to you, Prachi.
Thank
Thank you so much, guys, for
you.
tuning in.
Thank you so much. So, everyone out here, if you all wish to do astrological charts, if you all wish to do psychic readings, or if you all wish to do tarot or Akashic readings, please follow Tamanna. And trust me, she gives wonderful readings. She also gives you all everyday guidance messages, and she also gives you all everyday tips and tricks to really live your day happily and amazingly. So,
Thank
keep
you.
smiling, keep being happy. And Tamanna, before going, can I
Yes.
please request you that is there any message for all of us that you would love to give?
I just, in fact, posted the daily message for today, but I think September, I would just do like a September, because I don't know at what point people are going to be listening to this live
I think people
once
will
it's
listen to this
finished.
every single day. You were so amazing that सुबह सुबह उठ के जैसे अखबार पढ़ते हैं, it's like they're going to start their lives with this live session.
I
You're
think
so
the only
amazing.
guidance or a piece of golden nugget that I want to give to all the listeners here is that, be more realistic in your expectations and also stop trying too hard to protect your individuality. You're born to be universal and, don't allow your ego to kind of disconnect you from the universal power that you have in and around other people. Our ego wants that power, but we don't realize that, we are far more powerful by being universal than by being individuals. I think the ego is constantly trying to protect our individuality. And in that whole process, we'll end up disconnecting from the entire chain of cosmic consciousness.
Wow. But what is cosmic consciousness? You're giving me a new word, and what exactly is this cosmic consciousness?
Cosmic consciousness is nothing but that energetic trail. You know how that you have the DNA strands, which
Okay.
connects everything, all the cells and the mechanism together, how we breathe, how we eat, what we like, what we don't like. There's this DNA strand that controls everything. Similarly, cosmic consciousness is that energy running through all of us that keeps us connected. But what
Okay.
happens is our ego keeps shoving that energy down or keeps putting it away. And over a period of time, when a certain energy is not used, it disconnects. You
Okay.
it's like you take a vessel filled with water and you put it on the gas, and you don't switch off the gas. After a point, the water will evaporate.
Okay, right.
Similarly, when something is not used, it goes rusty and it disconnects,
Right.
or the flow of the energy stops. So the
Right.
ego actually stops the flow of the energy that is connecting the entire cosmic. When I talk about cosmic, I'm talking about life here on earth and life in the spiritual realm. We're all connected in some way or the other, and you don't know what we all want to be powerful, but we are powerful. We don't need somebody to tell you that. We just need to tap into that and realize the amount of difference we can make to every individual's life.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Tamanna, for giving me your
Pleasure,
time,
Prachi.
energy,
It's been a
and for
pleasure.
guiding all of us.
Been a pleasure.
Uh,
You take care.
yes, there was a comment here that will this live be saved? Yes, this live will be saved. And if you all wish to book appointments with Tamanna Psychic, please DM her and follow her for every single day readings. Thank you so much, Tamanna, once
Thank
again.
you,
And
Prachi.
lots of
Take care.
love to you and your little daughter.
Thank thank you so much. You take care.
Yes, take care. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
I'll keep doing these wonderful lives with too many spiritual people, too many people who will guide us and who will help us to live our every single day. And trust me, you all can forward this live session to others also, and they will be very happy about it. Do follow me on my YouTube channel named Prachi Pisat 1111 and on my Instagram. Thank you so much and see you soon with a wonderful new guest. Lots of love.